good day everyone. Thank you for having me today to talk to you a little about how to make video lectures. So I hope at the end of this talk, you'll learn a little bit something from me. Before, when you get invited to talk in a conference or a symposium, the organizer usually asks you, Doc, do you have a CD or a USB? Or do you want to bring your own laptop? It's a usual question we hear from the organizers of the said conference. But right now, ever since the pandemic, symposiums and conferences are just held online. And usually when you are invited to give a talk, the organizers will ask you a modified question. They will ask you, Doc, is it live or pre-recorded? Okay, so I'm sure some of you can relate to this one. So yes, when I also give talks and or even lectures, I always hear this, especially in the last 2 years. So in my case, I teach at a medical school, teaching first year to clerks. So I often get this question. So if I have to deliver my lecture, pre-recorded or live, usually I always answer to have my lectures pre-recorded. Just like this one. I would always choose pre-recorded video lectures rather than talking live because it has several advantages. So the first advantage is it is safe from connection issues. So if you record your videos way ahead, you just have to submit it. The host will actually play your video for the students. And probably if you want to upload it like to YouTube, the host will just play your YouTube video. The second advantage is you can actually curate your content. You can do multiple takes and you can also review what you've said. You can edit if you have a mistake, or you can actually have it reviewed first by a colleague before giving it to the organizer. So in a way, your final video more or less will be free of mistakes rather than doing it live. So third is you can actually work within time limits. So usually conferences right now, they give you 5 or 10 minutes. So if you pre-recorded your videos, you can actually trim your video to fit that time limit and you won't get afraid that you will go over time. Sometimes at the risk of dropping some slides just to get to the final slide. So that's one of the best advantage of pre-recorded video lectures. The fourth is replayability, if there is such a word. So it means that your lecture can actually be uploaded to, let's say, YouTube, and those who weren't able to attend your lecture can actually hear you out. And this is actually good if you're also teaching in medical school, when you want your lectures to be reviewed by your students before the exam. And last is creativity. When you pre-record your video lectures, you can actually be more creative. You can put background music, you can put video, you can put text, you can put transitions, rather than when you are just doing it live that it's just plain from one slide to another and that's it. There's a kind of flexibility when you are doing pre-recorded video lectures, especially if you are adept in using video editors. So you can really tweak your video lectures so it will become more interesting. However, there are also disadvantages in pre-recorded video lectures. Number one is it takes more time and effort to prepare rather than doing it live. Number two, it has a learning curve, especially if you are going to learn a new software to record your video or actually edit your video thereafter. But that is my goal for today's talk, how to teach you the easy way to make video lectures using OBS. So if you're an old school lecturer before and you have given talks, right now when you talk in Zoom or in Google Meet, you will feel that you are a little bit detached to your lecture. Just like this one, you are this person in the box and this is your lecture. So the feeling of everyone is looking at your PowerPoint and looking at you and looking at your PowerPoint. So it feels a little more detached compared to the old school that you are really there immersed in a blackboard. Okay, so it means that you own your lecture and your lecture is there. So that is my goal today, to simulate that real classroom feel that you are one with your lecture. Just like this one. So this is my lecture. Okay, you better listen. Okay, so when the pandemic started, when I already started to teach in online classes, I want to simulate this classroom vibe that, you know, the students miss, that, you know, the teacher is in front, the lecturer is in the back. Okay, so that's why I really searched for a software online where I can do something like this one. So an idea came to me when I'm looking at YouTube, and I noticed that there are gamer streamers. So examples of this gaming streaming looks something like this one. So you notice that we can see him playing the game and the game itself. So I thought to myself, why not apply this kind of streaming, but instead of a game, why not a PowerPoint? And there I discovered OBS. So OBS is a software being used by these gamer streamers to broadcast. So essentially making a show, but OBS can also be used offline. So what is OBS? So OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software. It is free to download and use. It can be likened to a screen recorder wherein you put elements like a video here, a screen there, music here, and compile it to one video feed and record it. So more or less, I would have to call it a refined screen recorder. So in OBS, you can add elements like video, music, game, or any windows in your computer. And the output of OBS is a video file, or it can also output into Zoom. So you can put elements and output it into Zoom. So examples of my lectures using OBS look something like this one. So a lot of people has been asking me how I did the lectures wherein I am in the front of the PowerPoint, and that's exactly what I want to share with you today. Okay, to start using OBS, we need to download it from their website. Okay, so in order to simplify everything, you just have to go to Google and just type in OBS. Here it is, Open Broadcaster Software. Just click on it and it will lead you to their website. So once you're in their website, just choose the operating system of your laptop. Mine is Windows, so I downloaded Windows. So just have to wait until it is downloaded. Okay, here it is my desktop, and this is the installer of OBS, and it's really quick. Just double click, then click next, 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 and that's real time. That's how fast it is installing in your computer. Okay, so everything is just like less than 3 minutes. So it is very easy and it's very no-brainer to install. Just click next and it will bring you to the OBS interface. Before you start using it, there is some tweaks like this one. It will ask you whether you'll use it for streaming, which is, you know, broadcasting live over the internet, or just for recording. So maybe you could just select for recording. So and click next, and next. So this is the basic interface of OBS. So this is a screen cap of the interface of OBS. So here we have scenes, and the scene will contain sources. So sources is the most important element of OBS, and I will discuss that later. Going in the third panel, this is the audio mixer, and you will know your microphone is working once the bar moves from left to right over here. And the last panel over here, it is the control panel. Here we can find the button to start recording. This is where you click to start your recording. Okay, so this is the canvas of the OBS. And going back to the sources, once you click the plus sign, meaning you add a source. So here are the list of sources you can add to your canvas. So let's say window capture. So any window in your computer that is open, OBS can display it in the canvas. Any video capture device like webcam or external webcam can be detected by OBS, and it can also be shown in your canvas. You can also put text in your canvas. You can put image like background image. You can also capture the display, meaning everything in your laptop, it can be placed inside OBS. as well as an audio input capture, meaning if you have a microphone, an external microphone at that, like this one, OBS will detect that and it can be used as an input. So to illustrate how to use OBS, let us see the next clip. Okay, so we are now on OBS. So first thing that we're going to do is to tweak the settings. So you go to File, Settings, then you go to the Video tab and pick what resolution you want for your video output. So I picked 1080p, and next let's go to Output, and at this point we're going to choose where OBS will save the video output file once we stop recording. So here I picked a folder in E, which is labeled as E videos, and here we can see the recording format. I really recommend you to pick MP4 because it can be detected by video editing softwares should you need to edit your video after. So here I picked videos as my recording path, and I pick MP4 as my recording format, and click OK. The next that we should do is we should add our PowerPoint slideshow inside OBS. So here is my PowerPoint. So it has only 3 slides. The first thing that we're going to do is to change the setting in the slideshow of our PowerPoint. Click on slideshow. Then we go here to set up slideshow, and it will bring up this menu. So the idea here is we want to make our slideshow, which is the output of our PowerPoint, into a windowed mode rather than the full screen, so that it's going to be easier for you to learn OBS. Here in this menu, you just have to click on the second option here, which is labeled as browsed by an individual window. Okay, the most important here is window. You'll see that later. So I clicked here, second tick box over there, and it should be okay. Then just click OK. Okay, so once we press this slideshow button, it will launch the slideshow, but it is not in full screen but in windowed mode. So like this one. Okay, windowed mode. Okay, so it can fit in your screen. Okay, so we have our slideshow, but it is on windowed mode. Remember the term window. We'll have to check again our slideshow. Okay, we have 3 slides. Then pull up OBS, and here just click the plus sign to add a source. Okay, so the source is a window capture because this is a window. Okay, so just add a window capture. Okay, just click OK, and OBS will automatically find that window, which is here. Then click OK. Then there you have it. Your slideshow is inside OBS already. Okay, so see, if you click the slideshow, it also changes inside OBS. So the idea here is while you're talking and going to your slide, the usual way that you give a lecture, it also feeds inside OBS, but this time the OBS is recording it. So at the end of your lecture, you will have a video file. So here we just have to resize it depending on your needs. I want it into a full screen. You just have to drag the bounding box. That's it. Okay, so that's the first source we have. The first source we have is a window of our PowerPoint. Now we add another source, and this time this is a video capture device, meaning webcams or external webcams. Here, this is a video feed from my webcam, and I have another webcam which is a smartphone webcam, and this is it. Okay, then click OK. So here in OBS, we already have 2 sources. One is the video feed, one is the PowerPoint. So the video feed is on top of the PowerPoint. Okay, so when it is on top, meaning it will be shown first before the back. Okay, so far so good. It's fairly easy to teach you OBS. Okay, let's resize it. Now, whenever you scroll in your slideshow, it also make corresponding changes in your OBS. Okay, and this is real time. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do is we have to click the video source. Now notice that I am using here a green screen. One feature of OBS is it can detect green screens. So when it detects green screen, it can automatically remove it, thus rendering me as if I'm floating inside OBS. So let's take a look. So what we're going to do is just click on it, and we'll have to click this filter button over here. Okay, filter button. Right, that's it. Click, and we have effects filter over here. Then we'll have to add that, add one, and we choose chroma key, then click OK. See, it automatically removes the green screen for you. So if you preview it, then close, and there it is. I am already floating in front of my PowerPoint. Okay, so also essential here is the crop tool. Okay, so if you see in this video feed, there is somewhat computer part. I think it's a monitor that is included in my video feed. So that one. So I think it's a monitor. Yes, I think it's monitor. So you can crop it by pressing the Alt and moving the bounding box towards the direction that you want to crop. So again, Alt, then move it to the direction where you want to crop. So, and it will be seen by a green line. Okay, moving it, but if you press Alt and moving it, it will crop it. So this cropping has, it opens up possibilities in your OBS sources, as you will see later. Okay, so just position yourself wherever you want. I always want it to be on the bottom left corner. And at this point, we may want to add a microphone. So we have a PowerPoint, a video view, and your microphone. So click OK. And OBS will also detect all microphones in your laptop, may it be external or a built-in microphone. That's how powerful OBS is. Okay, just click on that. Me, I have a USB microphone, so yeah. So that's it. So the microphone is working, as you can see, because the meter in the audio mixer is moving. Okay, so this is ready for recording already. So we have audio, we have video, we have the background PowerPoint. Okay, so when you are ready to lecture, you just have to press start recording. And let's start recording. So just do the lecture. As usual, just click on your slideshow. Okay, like that. I made it only 3 slides so that it's going to be shorter video. Okay, and we're done. Then you have to stop recording. Then OBS will save that to the predetermined location that we set earlier in the settings. Okay, so expectedly the output should be a video file, and this is what we call the video lecture. So here is the video recording. So this is a video player. Okay, so far so good. It is already a video file, and you can submit that to your organizers, or you can upload it to YouTube. Okay, that's a video file. Okay, so that's the basic way of making video lectures. So let's go now to other advanced steps. We're back again in OBS. So at this point, I want to add another window, which is not a PowerPoint. Okay, so OBS can actually add any window that it detects in your laptop. So here I am showing you my Dicom Reader. So a reader of CT scan plates. So it is windowed. So we will put that inside OBS. Then going back to OBS, again, add sources. Then this is a window, so add window. Then click OK. Then click OK. And there you have it. Okay, you have your own Dicom Reader inside OBS. So the application of this is you can do a lecture while scrolling to your CT scan to and fro, or you can even highlight some points in your CT scan, and your audience will only see this one. Okay, it's very clean. It is, since you cropped it, the audience won't be able to see all the information. You can also add a window of the 3D render. So let's click add. Okay. So whenever you move it around, it also moves inside OBS. So another source that you can put inside your OBS are PDF files. So open a PDF file like this one, Cummings. Okay, you can put it in your OBS. Okay, probably you are going to show the algorithm or something in real time, then you can add it on OBS. But let's say let's get a journal from the internet or an article. Okay, so I got this from the internet. So it's all about fractures. Still, it is a PDF reader. So you just add sources, window, okay, and there you go. That is the window of your PDF reader. Okay, and you just have to crop it so that your audience won't be able to see the menus. And yes, that's it. So also important in the use of OBS is the layers over here. So you want your video feed to be in front or at the topmost, so that all the other feeds is at your back, so that the feeds won't cover you. So you can see it this way. If I enlarge it, I will be covered by the PDF, so I have to move the layers down. Okay, I'll fix it. Okay, that's it. So the PDF reader should be at my back and I am in the front. So it's as if I'm inside the article. So it's a pretty neat trick. Take note that you can use this offline and online. You can actually feed this to your Zoom or Google Meet meetings. Just have to add add-on. It's called the OBS Virtual Cam. And this is another cool trick. You pull up a YouTube browser. Okay, so this is a YouTube browser. This is from Mayo Clinic, facial trauma. This is a browser. So a browser is also a window. So you will add that to OBS as a window capture. So let's try that right now. Probably if you want to discuss a technique or show a technique to your audience, well, of course you have to give credits. So again, add sources, window capture, and click OK. And that's it. You have YouTube inside your OBS. You just have to crop it so as if it is, you know, very clean video. Then you have to reorder it so that it will be at your back. Okay, so you can actually lecture while having the video at your back. Of course, again, you need to give them credits. So aside from YouTube videos, if you have your own videos, you can also add that to your OBS. What you have to do is click add, then go to media, then look for the media. Let's say you're looking for a video of an operation in this directory. So I have here a video of me doing operation. So just click on that and click OK. And yeah, you have your own video at your back. So these features in OBS, like the sources features, make it a really powerful video recorder. So this is another neat trick. I actually use this when teaching the clerks at my med school. So this is a PATA, of course, PATA course. And You can see here, this is my smartphone camera, which is connected to my laptop. Okay. All right. So this is OBS, and this is the camera that is showing the pata. Okay. So this is in real time. So this is very useful when you are trying to teach students on dissections or suturing techniques. And what we need to add here is your own video feed so that students will be able to see you. So what you're going to do is you add a source here of another video. So it so happened that my laptop has two videos. One is from the external phone. Second is from the laptop's built-in camera. So here we add the two videos. So first is the video of me. Okay. Alright. And the second is the video of the pata. If you have 4 videos, then it's okay. OBS will detect that. Okay, you have to just adjust. Okay, again, we'll add filter so that the green screen will be removed. It's chroma key under the filters. Then there it is. Okay, so now you can teach medical students while they can see you on their screens, and you can see your hands working on the dissection. So the application for this is for the practical exams. Now, if a resident has a practical exam, you can actually put multiple cameras. It is only controlled by one computer, and that computer will probably be connected to the internet. So you don't need multiple cameras with different internets. So yeah, that's the application. And also, if you want to teach medical students, you can also combine this one with, you know, a lecture. Okay, like this one. All I'm saying is you can add as many sources as you can. So be as creative as you can in producing the video. Yeah, it makes you more unique than other video lecturers because yours is a little more creative. So here I'm showing you that it is possible to stream or to record yourself while playing a game. So I'm playing here NBA. So this is actually what game streamers do. They have a video feed of themselves and the game that they're playing, and many watch this in YouTube or in Facebook videos. So any application, may it be games, you can even put Netflix as a source or Spotify as a source or any Windows in your computer. So that's the significance of this one. So indeed, OBS is a very powerful tool that you can use in recording your videos. Just take note that OBS records you non-stop. Okay, so you may have mistakes right here and there. So you may have to trim down those mistakes or probably those dull moments. At this point, after recording your video using OBS, you might want to edit your videos. This is what I'm saying, that you may have to learn video editing when you do pre-recorded videos using OBS. But there are many video editing softwares that you can use. It can be paid or it can be free, and it can be for the advanced users to the basic users. I can't possibly list all the video editors right now, but I'll just give you the more common ones. Listed here are the video editing softwares from the most advanced to the most basic. So the industry standard in video editing software is the Adobe Premiere Pro. It is a paid software. It runs around $21 a month. Okay, and yeah, it really edits video very well. But paying for a software for, you know, one lecture or two is not really your thing. You may opt for DaVinci Resolve. So DaVinci Resolve is also a very powerful video editor, and in fact it is being used in Hollywood, and they have a free version and it is very powerful as well, but usually it is designed for advanced users. Now, going on the basic side, we have the iMovie. It is free when you have your MacBook, or the free Windows video editor found in your Windows laptop. So in the rightmost, these are very basic. So if you want more features than the basic editors, you may opt to download those a little more advanced, but not too advanced, in the middle ground. And the free ones are the OpenShot. It's a free video editor. It's more advanced than the iMovie or Windows Video Editor. Or the Shotcut. The Shotcut is actually more advanced than the OpenShot, but I just placed them that they are just in the middle. So giving you a tutorial of video editing is beyond the scope of my talk because it will take me hours. So you can actually go to the internet and search for a tutorial of using these individual video editors. So I don't want to recommend a video editing software for you. Probably if you are really a beginner, you should start with the free ones. Then, by using this and you think you are ready to jump a level ahead, or you think you need more features, then probably you could go first in the middle ground. Then as you gain experience, you can use already the advanced one. But if you don't really have the time nor the patience to learn these video editing skills, and yet you already have recorded your video lecture, or probably you're pressed on time before the deadline, you may opt to consider going to this website. So this is Fiverr.com. You can actually subcontract the video editing to a lot of people that is working online. So here we'll see here, let's go to video and animation. So let's go to video editing over here. Okay, so here is video editing. So there are lots of freelancers over here. It depends on your budget, delivery time, and everything. So let's say your budget is $10 to, let's say, $50. Delivery time probably up to 7 days if you have time. Okay, so yeah, there are lots of people who are willing to do the editing for you. So here are the options. So starting at $30 or $20, even $10 over here. Okay, $10. Okay, transitions, titles, and background music. So it makes it easier for you. There are lots of freelancers over here, so different prices, 15, 20, 35. So just pick one and just communicate with them. What they need is the raw video file which you have recorded in OBS. So I hope that helps. So in summary, OBS is very easy to use and also to download and install. OBS is free and it's very powerful, and you can be creative with your lectures, not only your face or your PowerPoint, but you can add other windows. But you may have to edit your video using video editors, either by editing your own video recording using free video editors, or you just have to subcontract it over the internet. And you can even use OBS for live Zoom or Google Meet. So thank you very much for your time, and hopefully you have learned a thing or two from me. And hopefully this video of mine will help you soon in making your own video lectures. And good day.